Hello, beautiful people, and welcome to my channel, Tarot by Bronx. This is Tarot Talk. These are Tarot Tings, and I'm your host, Boogie Down Bronx. But we're not talking about tarot today. We're talking about how to detach. Detaching. It's a huge thing in manifestation. It's a huge thing for everything to basically attract what you want, what you desire. But it's something that's very simple, but it's not easy. It takes a lot of discipline. It takes a lot of practice to detach. I practice it as much as I can to attract what I want or just to get like peace of mind. So in this video, I'm going to be explaining to my best abilities on how I personally detach and any tips I have for how to detach. So first step, I wrote it down here because I'm a Virgo and I'm a planner. I like to write. So the first step is to identify exactly what you're trying to detach from. Okay, what are you detaching from? Are you detaching from a person? Are you detaching from a situation? Are you detaching from a feeling? Are you detaching from results? First, that's the first thing. So identify exactly what you are detaching from, whether it be person, place, thing, scenario, outcome. Okay, so once you do that, that's the first step. What is it? Second step is why. Why are you detaching from this thing? So, for example, if you're detaching from a person specifically because you're trying to get them back, that is the wrong reason to detach from someone. And it's not going to work that way because your subconscious knows that you have a hidden motive, so to speak. So let's say you're in a soulmate connection or a twin flame connection, and the only reason you're trying to detach is like, oh, I know when I detach, this person's going to come towards me. That's wrong. That's not the right reason. So you're going to have to, detach when you feel like, it's for a good reason. So good reasons to want to detach from someone is, because you want peace of mind. So let's say you have someone on your mind all of the time and you're just like, I can't get this person off my mind. I want to detach from their energy so I don't think about them so much and I can just live my own life and grow and heal on my own. That is an amazing reason to want to detach, okay? So if it's a person, that's a great reason. If it's an outcome, if you're a type of person who tends to think about how things are going to happen, when things are going to happen, you keep thinking about results, like what it's going to look like, it's one thing to, see the results in your mind and not have any negative feeling towards it. But when you start seeing the results and it's bringing you, anxiety because you're so worried about when it's going to happen, if it's going to happen, how it's going to happen, that's a good reason to want to detach from an outcome as well, okay? If you know that you have a lot of anxiety or if you have a lot of attachment to how things are going to play out, how the results are going to look, okay? So you got the what. What is it you're detaching from? You got the why. Next is when. So when I say when, is when are you going to start implementing these steps, okay? So detaching, you have to kind of prepare yourself mentally because it's like once you start detaching, you want to try to stick to it. You don't want to go back and forth and be like, oh, I'm not ready. I need to still grieve this, or I'm not ready. I still need to process something because it's very easy to get attached again, okay? So we got the what, the why, the when. Now we're on the how. How do you detach? And how do I detach personally? So detaching is a very conscious action. So when you are ready to finally detach from someone's energy, you're saying, you know what, I'm ready to go in a separate direction, for my highest good. So when you go in that direction, you're not thinking about, oh, I wonder what this person is doing. I wonder if they're going to chase me. I wonder how this is going to play out. What if I move on? What if they move on? Like, no, you're doing this for you. You're not wondering about what they're doing anymore, okay? So, like I said, it's a conscious choice. You have to consciously detach, consciously think about it. So it does take energy, but, start a little bit at a time or just set time. So, like, if you're trying to detach from a person, the best way to go about it is to just do it a little bit at a time. So say I'm not going to, get involved in my emotions with this person for X amount of hours a day, every day, and then increase it, okay? So if you tend to check up on their social medias every day, say I'm going to limit myself to only checking for 5 minutes a day or once a day instead of 3 times a day. So just start cutting back, like physically. Okay, but if you're an energetic worker and you don't check social medias, you check cards. So if you're a reader, you don't have to check up on social medias, really. Or if you have a soul connection, an energetic connection, you don't have to even look at their page. You get energy from them. That's how you stay connected. So if you read cards, don't check on them. Don't ask how are they feeling about me. Don't ask any of that, because when you do that, you're connecting back to that person's energy. Okay, so like I said, you need to have no contact with this person. Physically, spiritually, energetically is the most important part. Energetically is key, especially on this soul journey. I know the people watching this video are going to be higher vibrational people. So like lower vibrational people, not saying that they just have bad vibes or anything, but people that are not as consciously aware as you may be, they tend to check up on social medias more often, okay, versus someone that is higher consciousness. They don't need social media. They know how to connect to that person's energy and, just vibrationally, right? And if you have no idea what I'm talking about, then it doesn't apply to you because somebody's going to get it, okay? So how to disconnect energetically is the main thing. So first, once you stop checking on this person's social media, when you get that habit down, that's really good. Get that intact. Second, how to detach from someone energetically. So this person may appear in your dreams, right? That's still energetic connection. Whether it be subconscious or, astral travel, the astral projection, whatever. This person is still in your dream. So remember remember this phrase. Boundaries are your best friend. Boundaries are your best friend, okay? Whether it be physical boundaries, when you have to tell someone, hey, I'm trying to heal, I'm trying to grow, please do not contact me. Shut that door. Don't expect anything from that. Don't expect any type of response. Expectations, that's what kills detachment, right? So when you're detaching from a person, you have to set boundaries with this person. I always talk about boundaries. So setting boundaries includes, whether it be physical, telling this person, hey, please do not contact me because I need to heal. I need to detach from you. I need to grow in a different direction, okay? And closing that door. Block if you need to. Some people don't like to block. I support it. Block if you need to. Energetically is a whole different story. So when you have a soul connection with someone, it's harder to detach from them, because even if you don't check on them socially, check on their social media, it's easy. You can still feel them, right? So the best way is to start by saying affirmations to this person. You can say it out loud. You can say it in your head. So when you feel someone's energy overwhelming you, you feel the thoughts coming, try not to engage, okay? Say no thank you. Say please go away. Say I don't want to talk to you. It might sound crazy. It might, but it works. I promise you. Like, this is for any energetic connection that you don't want to have in your life or is stopping your growth, right? So it can be friend, family member, whoever is consciously around you, well, subconsciously around you or consciously, so much to the point where it's exhausting, or so much to the point where you feel like you can't concentrate on yourself. So when their energy comes to you, say no. Say no, I'm not going to think about you. I'm not going to get involved in your energy. And then you can send it off. You can either return it to that person or you can send it to the light. Be like, no, thank you. Please return this to the person that it came from. Or no, thank you. Please send it off into the light. Those are affirmations you can practice. And with practice, you're keeping their energy at a distance. Okay? Energy is a real thing. Energy, you heard of Reiki healing. So all of these things are real. So it's easier. And like I said, don't check on this person. Don't watch. This is for some specific people. Do not watch, I'm not saying don't watch tarot readings, but don't continuously watch their sign. Don't cross-watch to see what they're doing, how they're feeling, That's going to attach you right back to that person's energy, right back to the results you're looking for. okay? Or if you're trying to detach from an outcome, if you're trying to like manifest a job, manifest anything, setting boundaries for how much you think about this situation or think about this person is very, very, very key. So yeah, remember your boundaries with energy or physically, yeah. So saying no, and then the next step is really praying to the universe, praying to your angels, your spirit guides, your ancestors, and it's specifically Archangel Michael, because Archangel Michael is the archangel of protection. So if you want to block the connection, block anything energetically, Archangel Michael is the archangel to work with. So research him, study him, pray to him, and ask him to please cut any cords of codependency, cut any cords of something that's not serving you, any attachment to a person that isn't for your highest good, any attachment that feels, you know, needy, things like that. Like if you can't get someone off your mind, when you call upon him, he will help you. He will guide you to detaching, but it's going to take some discipline on your part as well. So you know what you have to do, but it's not easy to continue to follow it. So it's like you could get random sadness when you start to detach from this person, whether it be your own sadness or their sadness trying to reel you back in, or detach from a situation trying to reel you back in. Okay, so it don't engage, don't listen to it. Okay, it's like, it's literally like, I hate to compare it to this, but it can be like a drug habit. Okay, so it's like, whenever you check up on someone's social media, whenever you check up on them energetically, you're getting your hit, right? And then you feel good. You feel really good for a little while. And then you're like, this is not the real thing, or this is still something missing, or I need more, right? So the more you detach, the more you're weaning off of that addiction. You're weaning off of that energetic connection that you feel like you need, or that outcome that you feel like you need to know how it's going to happen, right? So I'm gonna go over the steps again. The what are you detaching from exactly? Why do you want to detach from it? When are you going to start implementing the steps? How are you trying to detach from this person, whether it be spiritually, energetically, physically? Remember to talk to your angels, talk to your spirit guides, and ask them. Come from a place of, your heart chakra. This is a rose quartz for your heart chakra. Come from a place of sincerity and saying, I really need to cut these cords. Can you please help me to detach from this person, this outcome, okay? Boundaries. Boundaries are your best friend. Set those boundaries energetically or physically, whichever one you have to do. Limit yourself for how much you're gonna think about this person, how deeply you're gonna think about this person or this situation. So we have, to wrap up this video, we have a new moon in Taurus on May 4th. So the new moon is always great for releasing, as well as the full moon. So ways you can release things or attract things to you. So you can burn a bay leaf. You write what you want, get a permanent marker, black Sharpie, write what you want on the bay leaf, and then you burn it. And then you can throw the ashes into the wind, or throw it into like a body of water, or let it go outside in the grass or something like that. I did it to manifest an apartment that I really, really needed. So it does work, okay? Some things may take longer than other things, but that's a great way to bring something towards you. Now, to release something, you can write it on paper on the new moon, really release what you want to detach from. Release, please help me release or surrender attachments to results, attachments to codependency, things like that. Okay, so write that down, burn it, get rid of the ashes, let it blow outside in the wind. That's it on the new moon, and that will help you detach from a situation as well. So those are all ways that I practice detaching. I'm still in the process of detaching from things. It's never like you just learn it and then that's it. Like, it's always like hard to detach from something that you really, really want. That's why it's hard, right? But a lot of the times when I detach, you know, just for me, not because I want the thing, you know, I'll get it later, way later, at some point when I'm not even thinking about it anymore. But it's like detachment is really for you to, you know, stay focused on what you need to do, stay focused on your growth, stay focused on your goals. Okay. So I hope this video really helped you guys. I know you had a lot of questions on how to energetically detach from someone, and I hope that helped. Remember the boundaries, saying no, not accepting energy, limiting how much you check on this person's horoscope, social media, whatever. Those are all energetic ways to detach from someone. Okay, it's hard to just, you know, and let me make something very clear. When you're detaching, I'm not saying that this person's energy is going to leave you completely or the situation is going to leave you from your mind. It's not. You're going to still think about it. But what you want to detach from is the negative feelings that come with it. Okay? Like if this is making you feel pain, if this is making you feel anxious, if it's making you feel sick, that's when you want to remove your energy. Take back your power and keep it for yourself, okay? Not necessarily the person or the situation. It's the energy that you feel when you think about it. It's the energy that comes back to you, all right? So I hope this helped you guys. And let me know if you have any questions in the comments. I'll try to help you as best as I can. Tarot by Bronx on everything.